The COVID-19 pandemic has impacted the work of a number of local nonprofit organizations, and one of those nonprofits is the Bloom Project. It sends flowers to the terminally ill and to healthcare workers.
Social distancing has stopped the Bloom Project from doing that work, at least for now. But Joe V is here now to show us how their volunteers are still reaching out with messages of support.
Hi guys, spring is here, and even when things are going bad, the sight of blossoms and blooming flowers can be a mental pick-me-up, and that's what the Bloom Project has been sharing for years in Oregon. But in a sad twist, they can't do that at a time when we could all use a mental pick-me-up. But they are still at work sharing their kindness with complete strangers, because in the end, blooms are temporary, but caring and compassion are forever. For 13 years, the Bloom Project has shared messages of love and support through the gift of flowers.
And it's something that normalizes life. I think it's a beautiful way to express our thoughts even when we don't have the right words to say.
In operation since 2007, the Portland nonprofit takes donated flowers and, with a group of 200 volunteers, arranges them into beautiful bouquets, which are then delivered to people who are in end-of-life care.
Generally directed towards hospice patients, hospice and palliative care patients and their families. For 1 week a year in November, we have what's called Give Back to the Giver Week, where we flip our model and we say thank you to all the professional healthcare workers.
Last year, they gave 40,000 bouquets to people in Oregon. As you can see here, the bouquets are assembled in groups of 12 to 18 volunteers. So when social distancing became necessary, the Bloom Project could no longer continue their usual work.
Our volunteer base is a variety of ages, but primarily our volunteers were in that group that we wanted to be protecting. You can imagine the patients and families and the homes and care facilities were changing their protocols. So it was more difficult for even our wonderful caregivers to get the flowers. And we just really wanted to say, okay, if not flowers, what is it that we can do?
First, founder Heidi Berkman donated the Bloom Project's protective gloves, usually used for bouquet arrangement, to the Providence COVID Testing Center. But the question was, what to do for the patients that would normally receive flowers? Well, a group of 25 volunteers decided to write notes of support to hospice and palliative care patients, their families, and caregivers.
Just that 1 or 2 lines of positivity to say, I'm thinking of you today. We're cheering you on from home.
They have already written and delivered more than 600 of these notes.
They're using their own note cards and stationery, their stamps, they're decorating, they're coloring. And I can tell you that it means just as much to our volunteers as it does to those that are receiving it.
Heidi says if there is a silver lining to our current situation, it's that more people are showing their support to people that they might never actually meet, whether patients, healthcare workers, or first responders. And someday, her volunteers will be back to reaching out through the beauty of flowers. Until then, they will continue to show people that they care any way they can.
One small, simple act makes a huge difference. Give back.
Guys, it's pretty remarkable. Since they were founded in 2007, they've given out 280,000 flower arrangements to people, and just here in the Pacific Northwest. It's really incredible work that they do. If you'd like to learn more about the Bloom Project, of course, they're always looking for volunteers and support. We'll have more information about them at kptv.com.
All right, Joe, thanks so much.